Ira Epstein, and here we are with your morning flash update. And this update is for the morning of Wednesday, the 15th of November, 2023. The time right now, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. I will be on, by the way, for those of you in Australia that watch Aussie Biz, I'll be there, I guess, in the morning for you. Yeah, like 24 hours from now, at 7:30 a.m. as I do a show there. So we'll be doing that. All right. So yesterday, I have to be very frank, coming down 0.1%, a minimum number in both the core and the headline CPI, and you get the type of reaction you did. I didn't see that coming. I'm sure you did. I didn't see it coming. And I think if you lined up 10 analysts with experience, they didn't see it coming either. But the market was looking for something, apparently, and that's how you have to view it. Because today's action, as you'll see in a minute, while you're up on the day, is bullish, and you're not getting that type of pronounced action to the upside. So a good thing, maybe a little bit overdone. Maybe the market's got to digest that. That is what I think's going on. Energy prices still under pressure. Something of a correction in the bonds and notes. Way overdone. I mean, you had the equivalent. If you looked at how many basis points you fell yesterday in some of the key interest rates, it was the equivalent of a Fed cut, 25 basis points. It might have overdone it. In the grain markets, a little bit of pressure right here on the market today as the dollar's coming back just a little bit. But let's go to that data because there's so much of it that we have to look at today. The mortgage market data didn't see this big drop that we've had now to 4.5%, but it's been witnessing a drop, no question. And you were up 2.8% on the headline index. The purchases up 3.3%, and the refi took place. Then we get to the October PPI. The final demand down 0.5%. They expected it up 0.1%. That's a big swing. That I get is friendly. Ex-food and energy, it was flat. They expected it up 0.3%. That's a friendly number. Personal consumption down 0.6. We've been told the consumer's getting some problems. And September's final PPI was revised to only up 0.4 from 0.5. Then we get to retail sales. Expectations are that this is not going to be the best of the Christmas seasons. October advanced sales down 0.1%. They expected it worse than that, so it's a little stronger. And retail sales ex-autos were up 0.1%. They expected it flat. So it's still that bumpy road that we're sort of having right there. Then the New York Fed Empire numbers. These are big numbers here. The headline up 9.1. They expected a -3, and the prior was a -4.6. But the employment number down. That's that sign the Fed's looking for. They want to see a wobble there. New orders down a little bit. The prices received index down a fraction. Price paid index down a fraction. Here's a strong number, the inventories index, and the shipment index up very strong. So we're still shipping out of those inventories, that's clear. But the prices received, prices paid slipping back. We're going to get Federal Reserve Vice Chair Barr testifying this morning. We're going to get the September business inventories at 9 o'clock, and we get the EIA petroleum numbers. We haven't had those for 2 weeks, if you remember. The EIA had told us that one of the things that they had to do is they were taking their systems and updating them. That's the key word they used, and we'll see what goes on. So can I see a pullback in stocks? I can. I can make a case for that very easy. You're in overbought area. You're up against key moving averages to the top side. I can see that. I can see wobbles take place in all the currencies right here for a bit. But I think we've laid the groundwork that a bottom's been made in the market, especially stock indices. Maybe a top is in place in the dollar index, a bottom in the eurocurrency. I think that's the way I'm going to approach the market. As I take a look at Bitcoin coming back a bit in price today, it got beaten up the past couple of days. That has come back. And in the soft markets, they were not up yesterday with all the other markets that were up off the falling dollar. I found that fascinating, and today they're wobbling again. Now, I write about all this, and I write it in a way that I think you can understand. Number one, I believe heavily in a headline, bullet points to give you the point, short paragraphs to then tell you what I'm seeing, and then I back it up with what's probably going to move the market later today, tomorrow, and give you things that you look at down the road, not a year down the road, but in front of us, because it's a commodity letter, and we're looking at what might happen. Then I combine it with a morning video at about 5:10 in the morning, a.m. Central Time. I record a morning video and I go through all the charts, 40 of them, sometimes a mixture of weekly and daily, and on the weekend, all weekly. Specific entry spot, stop orders. What type of trade is it? Is it off momentum? Is it off price objectives? What's it trading off of? We look at all that. We try to give you a game plan, and you decide what you're going to do with it. This is up to you, not me. But that's what I'm seeing in the marketplace, and I do track for you. If I say buy here, sell there, we track it the next day so you get an idea as to where it's at. But it's the writing, it's the putting it all together, gives you a full package that you can look at as a futures trader. Go to iraepstein.com.